She's kind of like an octopus. They can do all the things that chameleons can do, but nobody ever expects them. That's what I'm gonna play as.
Tara sort of took it upon herself to punt the advantage.
Next vote. Kurt. First person voted out.
Wow.
Tara. That's more than enough votes.
That was a big twist, because everybody was gonna vote Kurt.
You're like, who was it? Like, who's not there?
Oh yeah, 100% planned. Basically, like, me and Brett started it off. Then we got Kurt, Chad in there, and Taylor. They thought we were gonna go for Kurt, but no. And pretty much we went for her because the advantage, like, we all kind of wanted to go for it, and she kind of made the executive decision to stop bidding, which I'm just like, because I don't care like what they say. I really think that they won because of the advantage.
I mean, it went the way that the majority that I'm part of wanted it to go, so I am following the mentality that I don't want to be the one making the decisions. I want to go with the majority until the people that I feel the most comfortable with come to head and make themselves known to me, at least. Like, I feel generally very good with everyone in our tribe. We all sort of split last night and talked individually, but there's a core of 5. There's myself, Alyssa, Chad, Kurt, and Taylor. And so those are the 5 that are pretty much in the core alliance. So we had everything figured out last night for the most part, and we were kind of feeling out the other 2, minus Tara, and the other 2 weren't really having it. So sort of have solidified their spot still on the bottom, which is I don't understand why they wouldn't go with the numbers.
And that is not the way I wanted it to go. I was really hoping to keep Tara in. I wanted her to be at the end with me, honestly. She and I had a really good connection, and I thought she was just a good person to keep around, somebody I could trust, somebody that would be loyal. But I heard through the grapevine, the powers that be, Alyssa and Brett really weren't down for that, apparently. I think it was because Alyssa made an alliance with Kurt and Chad. And I'm pretty close to Chad. I know Alyssa and Brett are going to be 2 big players in this game. So, you know, as much as I would like to keep Tara, I prefer to keep my standing in the game.
I heard a couple names being thrown around. I even heard my name being thrown around. So it definitely was a little nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, I guess that's the last name I heard, so that's what I went with. You know, since I heard my name being thrown around, I was definitely scared maybe overnight people would change their minds, but I guess everyone went with the original plan.
It could have went 2 ways for me personally. You know, I really wanted Kurt. He just sounds like a pretentious asshole.
Okay, you filming? Yeah.
You know, he just making sly comments. when he came in, he was making sly comments, and it's not really who I am. But Tara's smoking kind of got to me. No offense, Tara. I just can't stand the smell of cigarette smoke. But yeah, I think Kurt got off. So we'll see how the rest of the game and the day plays out.
I was close. I really thought I'd get more than just one, but I think everybody started to tell the other people there's no reason to go for Kurt since he's not going. Might as well just make it all one. I dodged one there. I really dodged one. I almost crapped myself.
Good morning.
This is nice.
Fresh hot delivery for all you lovely people.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you.
Parked me
I like the tray. That's a nice look.
I was like, I have to sleep.
Oh, creamers and sugar.
Oh,
Good, thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Our coffee, which we got in the reward auction.
We won this.
How is it? It's amazing.
It's delicious and warm.
And we know the other tribe's very jealous because they've been staring at us all morning since we got it.
We stayed up. Amy was out here and I came out, and then after everybody went to bed, and then gradually people started leaking out of the cabinet till we had 5 of us. That is the 5 that I was hoping would be out here. So as of right now, according to what we were speaking about, we should be all set if a loss happens.
We were up all night. All night. It was me, Amy, Chelsea, Jay,
and Billy.
And we sat around the fire forever, and finally
someone broke.
Someone broke and said, "Guys, there's 5 of us right here." And we, yeah, and I was really happy with that. Like, we were having such a great time last night by the fire, up all night, and we were like gelling really well, and we kind of came to the conclusion that we think if we go to tribal council, it's gonna be Jared. So then we went on a mad dash of idol searching in the middle of the night with a tiny little lantern.
Oh my gosh.
Because we want to keep it out of his
This much light.
Yeah,
We were
it was
all
crazy.
back
Oh
here
my
in
God.
these trees. They were trying to figure out where everybody was going to sleep, and no one could make up their mind, and then they would go outside for a while and then come back in, and I thought that people were going to bed, so I kind of went to bed, and then everybody went outside, and I'm like, oh shit, should I get up? But I was already in bed, so I felt I don't know, I felt really awkward if I got up, but I don't know.
What happened last night? Anything major?
A lot of people couldn't sleep. I think I got about the first 3 hours, maybe I slept about half the time, which is pretty good. I'll take it. On the floor, not on a mattress or anything.
Oh my gosh.
And then a bunch of people outside, around the fire, and I thought that was cool. But in fact, Chelsea and I were talking about just the dynamic, worried about what other people think of you, so I had to get up to go to the bathroom anyway, so I went outside. I was just thinking, man, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, and if they're kibitzing, ruin it, but then I also was kind of curious, but again, slept about half the time when I got back. So
Yeah.
how much do you sleep?
I think about 7 minutes. No.
We're chilling so far. Like,
Yeah.
literally, I think that just as a tribe, we're just sort of like, no one's really like done any sort of deeper strategy talks yet, because
Right.
like there's no reason to do that before we go to tribal. All it does is put a target on your back. There's
Right.
definitely been some like, hey, I'll watch your back. Hey, I'll watch your back.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah. Some
whatever.
small talk, but yeah, as long
Yeah.
as we can keep winning, which the way I'm seeing the team dynamics, we shouldn't have a problem doing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to really get too in depth. But
Should have come to it though. Got your back.
okay, all right, I can feel that. We might as well. I mean, starting something a little bit early on is probably a smarter play, at least. And
Just keep an eye out, that kind
Right.
of thing.
Yep.
Nothing,
yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's game on. We'll see.
know what this challenge is about, right?
Yeah.
All right. And obviously it's for immunity. So what you'll do is you guys are going to sit one out, obviously. They'll stay over here just between the camera and the tree. We're going to pick for who goes first, draw cards, and then you guys can pick a pecking order of who wants to throw. You're going to do one throw at a time, and we're going to go back and forth, obviously, one team then the other. And then just keep your order of who's going first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay? Is we'll mark up here your hits and misses. Hits will be X's, misses will be O's. When your ship has sunk, your 4, your 3, your 2, we will say you have sunk the 4, you have sunk the 3, you have sunk the 2. Okay? Anybody have any questions?
At some point in this game, there will be battleships. So I need you guys to fill out on this battleship board a 4 ship, a 3 ship, and a 2. Do you understand what I mean? Like a 4 space, a 3 space, a 2 space? On the grid.
Anybody have any questions?
Do you guys want to just like toss randomly, or do you want me to like try and call stuff out as like what to aim for?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Maybe not
Okay.
out loud, like not
Yeah,
like
just
really
whisper it.
whisper
It doesn't matter
loud enough
because
that
we're
we
just trying to hit.
I probably
don't go for the order right off the bat because of misses.
Oh, very good. That's
Yeah, you don't.
Kind of start.
Does anybody feel like they would be good at
It's not,
Right.
Right.
Okay.
It's not going to be a strategy for us. It's just we're trying to.
So yeah, right before you go up, I'll just say something to shoot for. Cool. As long as you hit that area, it should be fine.
I'm more thinking like, or is it better thinking for next challenge?
Save somebody.
Do we want to save somebody? You can't see the same person twice in a row.
Right.
So it's almost doesn't matter who sits out here.
I should probably play this challenge because like I said, there are just some things like balance or whatever that I should definitely sit out in. So like if that's
C2
Miss.
is a miss. This 4.
Good throw.
Can we just toss with theirs in there? Yeah. Okay. Cool. D4.
D4.
Miss.
D3. There's a hit. B3. That is a hit. Hit for hit.
We just eliminated.
there's nothing in the sevens
We eliminated all of
that was
C
in 4 days.
and
That means
all of
there's still
7
left to right.
by doing that.
Yeah.
So it could.
So we needed to hit A4.
I wonder if we should.
You guys are strategizing on your spot. It sounded like I heard some corner talk.
5 and 8 for you could.
That's a big miss though. Yeah.
Yeah. probably have the hardest ship to find right now.
I'm going for F7. Could be this. 2 ways.
I think it's low, but you want it.
You going with my gut?
He wants F7, he says. And he gets F7. That is a miss. His gut told him wrong. Going for a win here. D5 for the sink.
There you go, man.
Good job.
Good.
Get your hands on that. Congratulations.
All right.
Keep it.
Nice. Sweet. That's yours. I don't want that.
We just didn't put on another boat. That was the strategy.
Yeah, there was really only 2.
856, yeah.
All right, guys. You know the routine. You head back to camp. Better start talking. We'll see you at Travel Council.
Number 2.
Yeah. Guys, we deserve 2 carrot sticks for that.
I think Taylor's on board too.
Yeah, so...
Chad was worried about Kurt. So Chad's on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this seems pretty simple.
It's going to be Nick. We do have a little bit of an issue potentially because Jillian is like not digging Kurt at all and wants him out really bad. So we're just sort of trying to appease her and like say, okay, that's fine, and like pretend like we're going Kurt. I'm like 90% sure Chad is on board with us as well.
So I want you and Alyssa in the finals.
Okay. I'm
okay.
down for that.
Because I think you guys are like, I love Brett.
Okay.
We'll keep, Brett is part of the group.
In my eyes, Brett is really well-rounded as far as a player. Like when he was just tossing the ring toss, and like he's very good with accuracy. He seems very athletic. So if we do have physical challenges, we
You need to get rid of him after the
very
match.
happy. Like, yeah.
But for now, what do we do?
The only name
Nick?
that I've heard him throwing around is Nick because it was his strategy for the
And
battleship.
we need to, and Nick won't see it coming.
Right.
And if we can get to Jillian and say, look, we're going for Nick, she'll get on board because she probably thinks she's next.
Right.
So we get to Jillian and tell her Nick. Brett's already on board with Nick.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get to
Brett's
Jillian,
really
okay?
told me Nick, so.
So get to Jillian. That way she feels that we're on board. And who knows? Maybe just ready to get rid of Brett. I don't know.
I'll see if she wants to make a fire with me.
Okay. Hey, thank you.
I don't know. You just, it was, Nick's idea and strategy for the whole thing, and we really didn't end up accomplishing what we wanted to accomplish. So, was he just bullshitting us all the way through about him being really good at Battleship, or not? So, I don't know. That's where I think I'm.
That's why I'm going for Nick. Yeah. You're on board. That's awesome. If not,
yeah.
At this point, we have to find somebody, which is sad because we don't have a really big resume on anybody.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
So,
Yeah, we haven't done much to
judge
for like people majorly to stand out and be like yes or no. So. Because she was telling me that it would be Kurt, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Kurt.
So what's your strategy going into the next one?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like I've made decent connections with like everyone here. Unfortunately, like
the first vote was like the obvious, and then after that, it's just kind of like, well, let's hope we don't go to tribal. And
So are you concerned about Kurt's connections and Kurt's ability to play hard?
a little bit. That's just
Okay.
I'm just going off of what Brett has said.
Mm.
Yeah, because like
Okay.
I don't know where to go. Like pecking.
I mean, we don't have to have an answer just yet.
No.
Let's talk to some more people, see
Yeah.
what their vibes are, and move forward from there.
Oh no.
Everybody's superstitious like that. The last person to sit there and vote so well. Okay, well, I'll say welcome back, but I'm sure you're not glad to be back. So, I mean, it's kind of a tough challenge to really say if anybody screwed up or not, but was there any wrongdoings on your end? Just
Our
luck of it.
accuracy was amazing. Like, we had really, really good shots the entire time, and it sucks that we didn't get it. I feel kind of bad that, I was only calling the shots and it didn't pan out, but
I was gonna say, it sounded like I could hear you kind of guiding them through it, and the strategy sounded like it was pretty accurate about where you were going with things. It was a very good strategy. So, I mean, does it fall on you though, or does it fall on the throwers for maybe not having the accuracy at certain points in time where they want it?
I mean, the throwers crushed it. Like, they did everything
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
and we had every opportunity to knock them out, but it just didn't end up working out. I feel bad because Battleship's one of my favorite games. So I played a lot as a kid. So I was like, oh, sweet, this will be a cinch. But yeah, their ship placement was really good.
Okay. All right. So what was it like back at camp after taking a second loss?
It's quick. It's rapid fire.
Yeah.
Like we were talking, like Tara gets voted off first and probably feels bad, but there's somebody right behind her a half hour later. So it's tough to make these calls so quickly. Like you almost have to think like one step ahead so that you're properly prepared.
Yeah, you're at that point where you really need to start having a plan A, plan B, plan C.
Mm-hmm.
Has everybody had an opportunity to kind of break away and talk with each other and have some guidance on where they think they want to go? Is there anyone that feels left out or maybe feels like there's some alliance forming at all?
I feel nervous.
You feel nervous?
Yeah.
Why so?
It's the same thing before when people aren't looking at you or talking to you and I hear my name back and forth, and it's just like, if I could make a pitch to everybody, think of the memories I've already gave everybody here. The ring toss game, remember that? Remember when I sat down in the chair and you guys all laughed? We still got time for more memories. Okay, so just please, if I could pitch that.
So your crutch right now is the memories.
And more to come.
Giving them good memories and more to come.
Right. Remember that time when I slept near the refrigerator and then I got up and I left the cabin? Oh, Jesus.
Trying to use laughter to get through the nervousness, huh?
That moment when I woke up this morning and thought you'd been abducted because you weren't laying next to the refrigerator.
Right, because I was looking for immunity idol because I thought I was getting voted out.
But then we
Speaking of immunity idols, have we searched?
Yes.
Do we think anybody has one? You say, Tara, you say no?
Yeah, I don't.
Or Taylor,
I mean,
sorry.
I feel like we've all been looking, but I haven't really seen anybody.
Hopefully Tara had it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone
Out of
act
the
like
game, huh?
super secretive or anything, so I don't think anyone.
You haven't seen anybody act super secretive?
Like trying to hide. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but.
Does anybody have a bulge in their pants pocket?
Well,
oh boy.
That's a different story right now.
I was waiting for that one. Chad, thoughts?
Wow. I don't know who's been looking at what everybody's been packing, but ma'am. Whew. That blew my wig back.
Oh boy.
I mean, honestly, like, we all get along very, very well.
Okay.
And it sucks to be in the position. Like, we know it's the game, but it sucks that, like, at the end of the day, someone's feelings are going to get hurt because they're going to be voted out.
It's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
So does anybody other than Kurt right now feel uncertain about their future right now?
I mean, I don't think anybody should feel
I know,
super
I was
safe
like-
because
Yeah.
that's kind of the game.
I was gonna say, if you did, you must have an alliance with somebody, and then I would start wondering who those alliances might be. Does anybody feel that there's an alliance they want to call out, or maybe an alliance wants to step forward and say, "Yeah, we're working together"? Or are we not at that point yet?
Well, who would do that?
I was thinking, I
Who would
don't know
expose
where at that
themselves?
Sometimes it
point.
happens because sometimes people think
Yeah.
there's one out there, and other times it's very visible. Think about it. It can be very visible. We pull you guys away for camera interviews. We hope that you give us some really good credit and stuff to put in the film. Obviously, here is another great opportunity to really get things off your chest. We need you to open up, let it all out on the line. I mean, we've seen things where people are drawing in the grass to each other and nudging each other on the logs, and the whispering, just like on the show. People, hey, I know it happens later in the game, but it can happen now too. Maybe Kurt wants to talk to somebody real quick. Do it right now, right in front of everybody, if you want to.
Who are those people? So, I feel good about this, unlike last time, but for some reason, right before I went up, Brett's like, "You don't have an idol, do you?" Why is Brett asking that to me? Because we're in an alliance. Is he voting for me? That made me a little nervous, but I think this is where it's going.
All right. Didn't get him in the first round, but looks like I'm gonna get him in the second round, unless people are lying to me. Kurt, sorry man, you're really funny, you're super social, but there's a lot of people worried about the connections that you've got to the other team. I almost voted for Brett, because apparently he threw my name out for potentially being dangerous at the merge. It's gonna be something I keep an eye on.
Community Idol, you want to play it, now is the time to do so. Kurt was just reaching for his back pocket.
Sure, I'm not sitting.
The nub was on there.
Here's the nub. Okay guys, read the votes. First vote, Kurt. Next vote, Kurt. That's 2 Kurt. Next vote, Nick. 2 Kurt, 1 Nick. Next vote, Nick. We are 2 and 2. Next vote with a heart, Nick. Next vote. The next person voted out, Nick. That's more than enough votes.
You gave me all?
Nick, bring me your torch. Nick, the tribe has spoken. You head down the path over to the voting box.
I have no idea what happened. I really didn't think I was going to go. I thought I had enough connections with enough people to make it happen. I thought I was really close with Taylor. Thought I was really close with Jillian. I think Jillian was the only other person that voted Kurt. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that Chad voted for me too. I'm not surprised that Alyssa and Brett did it, but I'm surprised about everybody else. I'm curious what their rationale was. Definitely blindside.
Wow.
What do you think's gonna happen?
we deserve 2 carrot sticks for that.